Welcome to Lancaster Hi-Fi. I'm Stephen Lancaster. I'm going to talk today about the AR, or Acoustic Research XA turntable. I've just finished working on this turntable. This is an epic turntable. In some ways it is the turntable. They started manufacture in 1961, ended manufacture in 1973. This one was made in the very last year of manufacture, 1973. You can tell because it has a high serial number and it has vinyl wrap fake walnut veneer. Boy, I've done a lot to this turntable. I've overhauled the bearings, both for the platter spindle and for the tonearm spindle. I had to do a little bit of service on the motor too. Nothing major, nothing to take it apart, but there are other things that people do to these. People do mess about with the tonearm bearing, the up and down part. I haven't done any of that. So let's go through the bearings for the platter and the tonearm, the minor service that I had to do on the motor. I need to address whether the platter bearing needs to be serviced, what kind of condition all that's in. This just pulls straight out. There's going to be a thrust plate down there. So we've got the bearing here that is, machined out of the spindle itself, one piece of metal. Essentially that carved in ball bearing should ride on a plate, and the plate should be flat and typically made out of anything from steel, I suppose, to Delrin or Teflon. The new ones that you get nowadays are going to be made out of Teflon or Delrin plastic. Now to get that out of there, it's a bit of a trick. I better swab some of that oil out before I'm going to go and put some isopropanol down the hole. So I got the little thrust plate out, and you can see that it is indeed dimpled. I'll tell you how I got it out. Yeah, I said stick a piece of blue tack on the end of a thin wooden dowel and stick it to the plate after you clean it out enough. I used duct putty because that's what I got, and I stuck it on the end of this broken red pencil. I put the red pencil down the hole and I scritched it a little bit just to make sure it was stuck, and I pulled it straight out. I might be able to simply flip this thing over and use the back side, but it's not completely undimpled on the back. It's depressed because of the weight of the bearing. The whole surface is bent a bit, and I suspect that then that bit has been riding on the bottom of the spindle well. I might try polishing this up a bit with some 3000 grit and see whether I might be able to get by without replacing it, at least for now. And I do need to clean and polish that bearing so that it rides with as little friction as possible. So I think this might work out. Polish the backside of this little plastic dealie. And it's not perfect, but I think it'll be a big improvement. It'll be a big improvement over that. And I polished the bearing. It's not perfect, but it's a big improvement. So I think that's good for now. I also polished the shaft. The inside there could use some polishing. I've just rolled up the 3000 grit and jammed it down in there and polished a bit. I'll need to go back at it with the isopropanol to get the residue of the polishing out. Anyway, not perfect by any means whatsoever, but again, just less friction than before. So I dropped the piece of plastic in there. And now it's time for some 3-in-1 brand SAE 20 motor oil, which is the recommended oil for this kind of thing, for lubricating the spindle bearing. Put a few drops in there. And a bit on the spindle itself. Oh yeah, that's something. Now supposedly I also need to do the same thing for the tonearm. It's also similar kind of bearing sitting in a spindle well. Boy, look at that. That's awesome. Okay, I was just seeing how much resistance there was to pulling it out, and there ought to be a bit of suction holding it in place now that everything's all nice and tight and smooth. That's a really nice result. I'm really pleased with that. So there's the strain relief on the signal wires is literally a piece of tape here. So I'm going to have to take that tape off in order to get enough slack to remove the tone arm from the bearing housing, whatever. There's a ball bearing down in there. I probably need to get that out and clean this up. Alright, so this one also had a piece of plastic. The spindle hole, whatever, for the tone arm. Came out the same method with the piece of duct putty on the pencil. There's a ball bearing, though. Everything's in pretty good shape. There is a bit of a dimple in the plastic, and I think it will be suitable to just flip it over like I did the other. And of course, clean remaining old oil out of there and put in new oil. Clean up a little excess oil. Cloth electrical tape. General black electrical guitar pickup coil repair. It's got backing. So a little more inspection here. I'm going to put another piece of tape down there to protect that. When you remove the platter, this tends to spring up and that wire goes right underneath it. So part of the function of the tape, I think, is to protect that. So I'm going to put some more tape under there. Doesn't seem like the motor ought to be audible, and it is. With the belt off, we can try to zero in on the culprit for the noise. That's awfully noisy. Appears the motor needs some service. There are a couple of courses of action. First one being to put a couple of drops of oil, 3-in-1 motor oil, which I've got specifically for turntable servicing, and put it right there. I want to be careful not to get any up on where this goes on. I'll just let it run down in there and run the motor for 12 to 24 hours while the oil gets into where it needs to go. Don't wash any grit or grime down into there with the oil. And the other thing recommended is to replace the capacitor on the motor. And as it's suggested, I will simply leave it running for like a day, and we'll see what happens. So I'll put a couple of drops of oil on the motor spindle. Recommendation from AI was to leave it running for 12 or 24 hours. It's been going for 48, and it is pretty super quiet. It's not absolutely silent, but it's pretty damn quiet. Big improvement. The motor's not particularly noisy, but it's not silent. I want to see if I can do something about that. Since it's not very noisy, I want to see if there's something relatively easy that I can do. I don't necessarily want to take apart that motor. If it comes to taking apart the motor, you maybe might as well get a new one. I have decided, at least for now, I'm not going to mess with that motor. It is sealed. I looked at a YouTube video. It is glued together. That cap is glued to the sort of flanged bit. It's not simple to get apart. It's got very few moving parts, and I think I'm just going to leave it alone. Turns out the recommended method for speed adjustment is to shim these mounts for this little motor here. Shim one attachment point to slow it down and one to speed it up. I can't remember which is which. hope you got something out of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to the channel and giving it hype points, giving the video hype points. But mostly, I hope you tune in again, and if you do, I will talk to you later. Cheers. Then we have the AR guarantee. If the postal card section of this guarantee card is missing, you cannot be sure that you have a new unit. And the postal card section is indeed missing. We don't have a new unit.